Hey guys, welcome back. Let's have a look at this upcoming week and what I'm looking at and what we can expect the market to do. So this past week was actually a great week for us. And just to quickly run what we looked at was this order block here. And this was a good entry for us to short off. And if you really, go down to the smaller time frame, you'll see we've taken these highs. Could even have taken the low down there. We had a good entry here early on Monday, and it just ran all the way down to our target, which was this equal lows down here. But that's in the past now. We made some good money, and let me show you what I'm looking at for this upcoming week and see if we can take more money out of the market. All right, so let me take all of that off and show you guys what I see. All right, so now that we've run these equal lows, we're in a fair value gap. We might still see some downside. I mean, there's some fair value gaps down here, and I don't know if it's going to go all the way down. All I see right now, and which I'm going to focus on for this week, is this fair value gap right here. And I'm going to call this the daily fair value gap so we know what to call it. Daily fair value gap, so we know what it is when we see it. And then we're going to jump down to a smaller time frame. I'm going to jump down to the 5 minute to show you guys what I see from this point of view. Alright, so obviously you guys can see up here is that fair value gap, that yellow or orange color. So there's two levels I'm going to focus on for this week. If you look at this, there's some great equal highs right here. And maybe let's just extend it. We call it equal. Alright, so there's some equal highs there. But then you can see as this fair value gap formed on the daily, we form another set of equal highs up here. So let's just make a copy of that, mark it out, so you guys can see what I target for this week. Alright. So even if I just go back to a 4 hours, so and I'm going to build a case now to show you guys why I'm looking at these levels. Not because it's equal highs now, we just randomly go and buy down here to go up there. There's a reason I think we're going to go to these equal highs, and let me show you guys the reason. Okay, so on the daily, we've seen that big fair value gap there. And maybe I must just make it a little bit smaller so we can see it right here. Okay. Alright, so now we've got all these equal highs that we're targeting within this daily fair value gap. If you then just take the electronic hours and change it to your regular trading hours, and if you do that, you're only showing the New York session when it started at 9:30 and where it finished off at 4:30, I think, in the afternoon in New York time. And this cuts out all the London trading and all of that. And I'll make a separate video on that to explain it more. If you a big follower of ICT, it talks about these opening gaps that forms when you take your electronic trading hours out, and you only focus on the regular trading hours. So even if you do that, I just want to show you the close of this candle and the open of this candle create a nice open fair value gap, or opening gap, sorry. And this fair value gap fits right into that gap. Normally what happens if you look at these opening gaps, there's opening gap here, we fill it and we run through it. If you go back in the past, there's a little one there, we go through it, we fill it. There's a little one there, we go up, but it eventually comes down and fill it. So it's almost like it's this magnet of liquidity where price is drawn to. Now at this point we've identified there's a gap, there's a nice daily fair value gap, and we saw this big push down and it left, and you can't see those equalized right here because I've hidden all the electronic trading hours, but we know it's there. And now there's lots of reason for price. We're in a fair value gap right now. We ran liquidity, that's the bottom part down here, and one can expect price to just drop further, but there's no clear, almost like a clear reason for me as to why it would just drop. There's equal lows that was run on Friday, and it consolidated there, it stopped. This thing could, I don't know, spike down to manipulate the market and then run back. I don't know, to come back up here to these equal highs into this fair value gap with this opening gap that is situated over here. But also, if we go back to a 4-hour chart, let's just go there. Okay, so at a 4-hour chart, if we break it down like this, there was your big swing and the push down. Even if you take this high to this low, you'll see this fair value gap, these opening gaps, sits right in the premium area. And normally what you do is you sell at premium and you buy at discount. So currently price is at a discount, but it's at the swing low. And what we need to do is keep an eye on this to see, I mean, if we think we want to go short, I mean, there's some other lows and stuff down here. I don't know if it's going to go down, but it looks like we push down, we come up, we push down. This to me feels like want to go up, take those liquidities and go test that daily fair value gap into a premium zone and then go down, and then we can line it up to this minus 0.2 or even this fair value gap down here. Let's mark it out so we can see it lines up with that minus 0.5, which is your 2-to-1 on a FIP, and it's nothing fancy, it's just measured moves, and that's what I'm expecting to happen on this. Even if we go back to let's go daily, just want to give you guys not guidance. This is obviously not financial advice, but this is just what I see. My expectance, if I think price is going to go up here in this area to those equal highs, that fair value gap and that opening gap, I would like not to see Friday's low been taken out. If it does, then, because what I need to wait for, if you look at this high, price pulled back higher, price pulled back but lower, forming a swing low, and then the drop. I need something to form a swing, this was a swing high, and then the drop. I now looking to see if we're going to form a swing low. So, and therefore, if Monday trades lower, then Tuesday I want something not to take Monday's low out, but move more up or stay within that range. Then I can expect something to pull back into this range and then drop further. So that's basically what I'm looking for this week, and I'm sure, this week is going to create good opportunities for us. Let's just make sure, you build a big case or a good case for that matter to obviously take a trade, and don't take random trades. Monday or this past week, we had a good, good case behind us. There was a fair value gap. We wanted to see some sort of swing point form. It did form here. There was a good entry on the week's open where the manipulation was up, and then we expect the downward move, and that was to target these equal lows here. Now we've got two sets of equal highs, a daily fair value gap, an opening gap, and a premium zone all come together. So I'm very confident to say that I'm thinking we're going to go there. You can either wait for price to get there, but then look for another trade to go lower, or you could look for a swing point on a higher time frame on the daily to form, then look for something to buy into and target these equal highs. And what I will do is I will keep an eye on the market through the week, and then obviously I will post under my community tab, I'll post some comments there and screenshots as we see it plays out. But yeah, let's keep an eye on this. And I mean, if you see anything else, feel free to pop it in the comments below, and let's look at the market together. Let's share some ideas. This is obviously just my idea, and this is what I'm expecting. So I'm not going to go, change my idea tomorrow unless the market gives me something else. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I need to see a swing point form. Because we took these equal lows, I'm expecting tomorrow's candle to either to open up here and close above this candle or close higher. And then I know I can look for, trades into this area. And obviously I'm not going to look for these trades on a higher time frame. Higher time frame is just going to guide me as to where the market's going. Then I'm going to jump to my 1 minute and 5 minute in the right time frame around New York Open, and look for some liquidity that gets run lower on a smaller time frame, targeting those highs or these these value points that I pinpoint out, the daily fair value gap and the open gap. So yeah, so that's basically it from me today, and let's see what the market does. If I can ask you to like and subscribe, leave your comments, share this. It helps the channel, and I would really like to build a good following to take you guys through the ideas that I'm trading. And obviously in the week I'll share some trades that we taken live. Yeah, have a great Sunday, and I'll speak to you during this week of trading. Take care. Bye bye.